Hi everybody, so these are my 1963 album recommendations. You may ask yourself, who is this random internet guy to recommend music that came out when he wasn't even born? And the answer, my friend, is I'm no one. Just a random music lover like you. And from a music lover to another, here are some enjoyable and outstanding albums from 1963 in no particular order. Duke Ellington and John Coltrane is a jazz groundbreaking record. It set on the immortality of both creators and this piece itself, with timeless songs and the protagonist presence of the banger in a sentimental mood, written by Irving Mills and Duke himself. Without a big band, just a few players, they managed to sound big and brightful, with beautiful piano lines and near-perfect percussion. Overall, for y'all intellectuals, it's a must listen if you want to appear an intellectual apart from being one. The Freewheelin' by Bob Dylan is just gorgeous, full of profound ballads that touch different themes, such as love for his loved one, Sus Rotolo, whom he missed as she was studying art in Italy, and existential themes with slight political content spread with some surrealist humor as well. A lot of the songs were written in a very short amount of time. As he said, songs are already there, they exist by themselves waiting for someone to write them. I've just put them into paper. If I don't do it, someone else will. Some of these album songs were later used as pacifist hymns. This album was the beginning of Dylan's compositor career and a scene setter for the folk music as well. A chilling, peaceful experience. I simply can't recommend it enough.
How'd that 5 years ago happen and you come to songs, these kind of songs?
I don't know how I come to songs, you know. I mean, it's not up to me, you know, I don't really go into myself that deep. And
you just go ahead and do it.
I just go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm just sort of trying to find a place to pound my nails, you know.
The next one sure is a controversial one, but for me a must listen for anyone who considers him or herself a music lover. Please Please Me is for me the best Beatles album. People say that it's just a bunch of heartbroken teen songs, but is it? Maybe it is, with repetitive lyrics about cliché love relationships and sounds that maybe don't vary a lot with the moment's mainstream scene. But almost all of the songs on this record were composed by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, which will later lead to legendary creations. So, where's the appeal? The main ingredient that makes Please Please Me so special is its evokedness to nostalgia. The entire record makes you feel pleased but sad at the same time. It immerses you into the skin of those young teenagers with all the simple but always complex love problems. It certainly isn't one of the most musically developed Beatles records, but it sure is one that touches you in the heart and makes you feel immersed in the singer's skin. One of the best debut albums of all time. Great production, and my favorite songs are Please Please Me, P.S. I Love You, Misery, and Do You Want to Know a Secret? P.S. I don't know why, but Love Me Do is for me the only annoying song on this thing. Here's a little part of a 1963 Beatles interview.
Do you think you take a fifth Beatle on?
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I was
thinking of that.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to split your group up, lads. I've often wondered why you don't let Ringo sing.
Well, why don't you?
We could have a, I don't know.
Bossa Nova was born in Rio de Janeiro in the late 50s with João Gilberto and Tom Jobim, but in my opinion it wasn't until the 60s that sound started getting cleaner and polished in this genre. A great example of this is Samba Esquema Novo from Jorge Benjor. This album is for me just pure nostalgic joy, some vibes that I haven't seen in any other Bossa Nova album being transmitted here. A really easy but profound listen. Relatively minimalist instrumentation perfectly put together to merge the greatest out of samba and jazz. Melodies are enticing and almost no song goes past the 3-minute mark, with concise and straight-to-your-face songs all along that don't jiggle around in nonsense. Jorge Benjor's vocals performance is just great. All in all, a great album to listen to when you want to calm down and stop for a minute. Definitely one of the greatest Bossa Nova albums from the 60s. Also, another greatly put together Bossa Nova album this year witnessed was Just Samba Encore, from well-known United States saxophonist Stan Getz and Brazilian guitarist Luis Bonfá. I believe this was one of the first times Stan Getz worked with Brazilian people, which would lead later the next year to, in my opinion, the greatest Bossa Nova record, Getz Gilberto. Anyway, Just Samba Encore has some major saxophone melodies that hit really hard, excellently executed, and relatively very little vocalization from Maria Toledo. Everything sounds awesome for its time limitations, and considering that this album was the last training in some way for Stan Getz before Getz Gilberto, it's worth a mention. It is, like almost any other bossa nova album, great for relaxing and just enjoying life. So if you already listened to Samba Esquema Novo, I recommend you give this one a try, and if not, do so as well. Last but not least, there's a live album, which in this case is Sam Cooke's 1963 live performance at the Harlem Square Club. This performance makes me feel alright no matter what is going on in my life. You can hear that Sam Cooke, the musicians with him, and the audience are all having a great time. Apparently, Sam Cooke was tired of playing for high-class white people who didn't really understand his struggles and the message he transmitted through his music. In this case, the audience, as I understand it, was mostly black and everyone was just having a good time together. I can't say one single song isn't a banger. The Cupid, it's alright, and for sentimental reasons performances are the best ones I've ever heard, better than the studio versions, and you can feel Sam Cooke letting it all out for his performance. Definitely on my top 3 best live albums ever. For whenever you feel down to cheer you up, or for whenever you feel up to stay up.
What's the secret?
I think the secret is really observation, Dick. Because
What do you mean?
Well, if you observe what's going on and try to figure out how people are thinking and determine the times of your day, I think you can always write something that the people will understand.
So these were my 1963 album recommendations. I really hope you give them a listen if you haven't already and find them as amazing as I did. Let me know in the comments which album do you think I missed or which do you believe shouldn't be on the list. Anyway, I'll be doing this for every year since the Beatles debuted. If you want to keep up with them, please subscribe, and if you like this video, let me know in the like section. See you later, alligator.